Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're all having a good day. It's kind of a weird time in Nashville right now. I'm sure you've probably seen on the news or social media or wherever else about the school shooting that happened yesterday. It's a very weird time in Nashville. It's very sad. Thoughts and prayers for all of the families that said goodbye to one of their family members yesterday for the last time without realizing it. That's been really weighing on my mind. I do armed security for a day job when I'm not being a musician. And when you see things like that happen, it really makes you stop and think, one, how blessed we are to be able to come home and just get to live another day, but also when the people that we care about go do whatever it is they're doing, jobs or school or whatever, what a blessing it is when they come home to you. So it's been an interesting 24 hours in Nashville, especially as someone who does armed security. We're on higher alert right now because I also work at a school where I do armed security, not like an elementary school or anything with kids, but it's just a sad thing, and there's a lot of tragedy and pain, heartache that needs to be processed and people need to heal from. So we're soldiering on, we're continuing doing what we need to do, but it's just been a weird day, the last 24 hours because of that. So thoughts and prayers to all of the people that are struggling and going through something that no one should ever have to go through. On a positive note, I weighed in within the last couple of days, and 3 more pounds down, so I'm at a total of 41 pounds lost right now, and that is wonderful. That was great to see that. Feeling good about that. I'm in a season right now of patience and learning patience with my health journey and my weight loss goals. Don't get me wrong, 3 pounds down, over the last week, and 41 pounds total over what is essentially just over 11 weeks on a carnivore diet is fantastic. I can't be upset about that. I can't be unhappy about that. That's great. But it's difficult when you have so much weight to lose and when you want to feel things changing in your body and you want to be better. It's hard sometimes to just keep doing what you're doing and trust the process and trust your body to work. So, I'm in a season of dealing with that right now, and this is not made easier by the fact that, my body is still fighting this whole time change thing. I get up at about 5:30 in the morning, to be to work on time, and when the whole time change thing happened, that made my body feel like I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning. Without a carnivore diet, there's no way I'd have been able to function even as well as I can right now. So that's a lot for me. That's just been taking a toll because I'm just tired, and for some reason lately too, I'm just not sleeping as well as I would like to. I'm having fairly vivid dreams, and not necessarily like nightmares, but just vivid active dreams that I can, I remember it a lot, and there's a lot of detail, and it's very much like watching a movie. My brain is just overly active in the earlier parts of the morning, and so I'm waking up just not feeling like I'm sleeping as well as I would like to. So I'm couple of that with the time change issue, and I'm just tired. So I'm still working towards getting off coffee, at least for a while, but for the moment I was like, this is this is too many things to try to do all at once. So again, right, a season of learning patience. Like, I will get off of the coffee, at least, for a time, to see if I find benefit from it. But I don't want to pile on too many things at one time. So I'm dealing with the sleep issue. I'm dealing with the time change, adding in and now I'm going to take away all the caffeine and force my body to do that too. It just would not be setting myself up for success, right? So, there's a lot of different issues that I'm dealing with simultaneously between, killing the whole food addiction thing and the weight loss element and lack of sleep and time change in my body adjusting. And in my personal life too, I'm doing security as a day job, but at night, I'm a musician. I teach guitar lessons, and I'm a professional musician, both a guitar artist in my own right, but also the lead guitar player and band leader for my wife, country artist Ash Taylor. So, we play shows and we write songs, and we are getting ready. We're working on videos that are going to be her next release for, these acoustic performance videos that she and I have done. So we had to film those. I'm the one doing the editing while she's sitting there and walking through the videos with me. We do all of our own marketing. We run our websites. We do all of this stuff independently because we're independent musicians, and we own all of our own intellectual property and, run everything in our businesses. But you add that on top of the day jobs that we both work, plus then the additional job I have of teaching guitar, plus I do our grocery shopping and cook everything from scratch because keto and carnivore, you don't really go out to eat a whole lot, and if you do, there's only certain places we really even like to go because we just don't feel good if we go other places and eat stuff we're not supposed to, obviously. But that's also expensive, especially in the economy now. So as independent musicians that are not independently wealthy, we don't work day jobs because we're bored during the day. We work day jobs because we have to be able to pay for everything. And being a musician, you have to pay for everything yourself if you're not, sold over to a record label or something. So we're just busy, and there's just a lot to get done. So you put all of that together, and it's like, okay, one step at a time, be patient, let your body do what it needs to do. It's going to lose the weight as it needs to. You're going to heal in the way that you need to. And it's also going to be something we have to take our time with, and hopefully, be able to do things like cut out coffee when the time is right, but we don't want to push it so fast that we end up causing ourselves to fail. Because this is not a diet for me, this is a lifestyle change, and that means if I find out that coffee does truly make me feel worse, and that, once I've worked into being able to get off of it, that I'm a lot better, that's something I want to experience. But I don't want to rush into that and just, this is going to be no problem, and just force myself to do it because I think I somehow have to, and then end up just failing at it, and then getting all up in my own head about, well, you failed at that, you must really need it, and da-da-da. It can become a spiral of thought process that's not good. So anyway, so I'm still working on that stuff. I just, I'm doing it gradually, and just trying to be smart about all of this so that it's not like a back and forth yo-yo. I'm carnivore, and then I eat something I'm not supposed to, and then I'm carnivore, and then I eat something I'm not supposed to. Guys, I'm 11 weeks in, and I have not had a single cheat meal or, eaten anything I'm not supposed to. I have a few seasonings and stuff occasionally. I do a little bit of dairy. I limit the dairy, and I know certain seasonings that I can have that don't bother me, don't cause any issues, and then I know certain ones that do cause issues, because this is not the first time I've done carnivore. This is just the most serious about it being permanent that I would say I've ever been. And I thought it was before, but it's easy to fall and kind of get back into old habits. But I'm not doing that this time. I'm sticking with what I need to do, and that's a forever thing. So I know which seasonings I can have without it causing, some sort of major issue. And I know which things I need to stay away from. I know that dairy causes things like some itchy skin and itchy scalp type stuff. And so I know how much of that I can have without it being too big of an issue. And if I start to experience some of the symptoms of it, I know I'm having too much and I cut it back. And so I'm careful. It's a learning process. You get better at this as you go, but I'm getting better at it all the time, and there hasn't been any big issues. So we're doing good. I released a couple of videos, recipe videos. One of them is a carnivore chicken fried steak, totally clean carnivore. Like, you can do that super clean. And I put a few seasonings, on mine, but you don't have to do that. You can use salt and nothing else if you really want to, and it's a totally clean carnivore. I also did a recipe that I'm really excited about, recipe video for you guys for 0-carb carnivore gravy. And now, the version that I did in the video, in the long video, is dairy heavy. It's got cream and cream cheese and stuff. But I also put instructions in there for how you can do it without any dairy. You can do it totally dairy free, and you can do it with no seasonings other than salt if you want to. So you can make super clean carnivore gravy. I haven't seen anybody else doing the technique I'm doing. And not to say that there isn't somebody, maybe there is. I just personally haven't seen it. Super excited about the fact that it works the way that it does. I've used this a number of times for myself. Kind of developed this ability to make gravy in this way over a couple of year period as I've been keto and carnivore and experimented with this because I love cooking. And I mean, quite honestly, you can look at pictures of me and you can tell I'm really good at cooking because I could make some good stuff. And they always say never trust a skinny chef. So I definitely was not a skinny chef because I'm good at what I do. I know how to cook. So I took that, though. I'm taking that concept and I'm applying it to carnivore ingredients, and I'm using classic cooking technique from French cooking and Cajun cooking and Chinese cooking and Japanese cooking and Italian cooking. I'm taking these concepts that I know inside and out because I've cooked all kinds of different cuisines, my entire life. I'm taking those concepts, applying it to keto ingredients for my wife, carnivore ingredients for me, or for her and I both. And I'm coming up with ways of making things that use cooking technique to the advantages that it offers so that you can have really good, clean ingredients, but then make some really cool stuff. This carnivore gravy is the first one that I've put out there that really has worked and done something cool. So go check out those videos if you haven't seen them. Because the gravy is so good, and it's really easy. You have to understand the right technique and be a little patient, but it's a pretty straightforward concept. So anyway, go check that out. I may feel weird about this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it anyway. Speaking of pictures, at some point in time, this is going to happen, but that right there is me pre-keto, pre-carnivore, pre-anything. And that's embarrassing. It's hard for me to look at a picture of myself and recognize that. There's still a lot to come off, and I'm working towards it, but I am putting this picture up there because I really want anyone who's watching this video to understand, if you have extra weight to lose, number one, you are not alone. Number two, it is not your fault. But as Dr. Berry says, it is your problem. And you have to do something about it, because that is not good. It is not healthy. It is not anyway something that I want to experience. It's embarrassing. And I understand the reason that I ended up in that position is because I just didn't know. I didn't have the right information. I didn't understand the sugar carb addiction that I struggle with. I didn't understand the right way to eat so that my body wouldn't do that and rebel. I knew what I was doing wasn't working and it wasn't good. But it's so easy to give excuses or to just to reason with yourself. You know, if you have to reason it and you have to logic it out, it's probably not a good thing. I would reason with myself, and I would offer myself excuses, and I would be so understanding with myself about, like, well, it's just a little weight, you know, whatever. Y'all, I reasoned myself into being close to getting to be 400 pounds. Maybe I was 400 at some point. It's hard for me to sit here and think about that and go, you know, that's okay. I mean, my first reaction is, what's wrong with me? And I mean, honestly, I've had other people ask me that question. What's wrong with you? What are you doing? And it's like, I mean, they're right. You know, but this is why I think we have to understand carbohydrate addiction, the addiction to the carbs and the sugars and the various things that are being put in the food by companies that sell all this kind of stuff. Like, guys, this is meant to make you addicted. They want you to look like that, because when your body looks like that, you can't stop eating. You cannot stop buying all of the junk, all of the high carb, processed, addictive, chemical laden crap that comes in bags and boxes and fills up grocery store shelves. You can't control it. And it makes me so angry to look at that picture of myself and to realize this is what I did to myself. And then I also have to understand, yes, this is what you did to yourself, but you were not clear of mind. And I was using that food as a way to deal with the emotion of this. And, you know, I'll be honest, we live in a society where everybody cares so much how you look. And a lot of people talk about women having some standard they have to live up to. And it's ridiculous that women are held to some standard that is basically photoshopped onto the front of a magazine. That is stupid. Women should not have to feel like they have to look like that. But you know what? It's not talked about nearly as much. Guys go through the same thing. The number of times that I have just looked in a mirror and hated myself because I'm not even close to the six-pack abs and the pecs and the things that guys on the front of magazines are supposed to have. I can't even count how many times I have just felt like absolute utter trash about myself, because I look at what I am and I look at what those pictures are and I go, what is wrong with me, and why can I not, even if I'm not going to look exactly like those guys, why can I not have enough control over myself to not look like this? But I've come to realize that you can't look like a healthy human being if you don't have a healthy mindset and if you don't have a healthy understanding of what food is doing to you. And that's why the proper human diet is such an important concept. And that's why, for me personally, carnivore is so important. And that's why I'm doing these videos, because there's probably a massive number of guys and girls, but people out there just like me, that are overweight, that are feeling like trash and feel like it's all their fault and they're lazy. And I've been told that. I've been told, like, eat less and move more, and you just have to be stop being lazy. You just got to be self-disciplined. You just got to make it happen. You just got to do it. Eat more vegetables. Just get out there and do it. And it's like, you know what? Shut up. If you have not been in the position I was in and you're just going to lecture me about this, then you need to shut up, because you have no idea mentally what it is like to be in that position. And I didn't know what I was going through mentally until I got to the other side of it. So I am doing these videos because if you are out there and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I'm not what I want to be, and I don't know what to do, I would really encourage you strongly consider keto, ketovore, carnivore, a proper human diet. Go watch things like all of the Dr. Berry's videos, Carnivorous Me. She has a channel on here. She is just super inspiring to watch. You know, I mean, she's a real person. Carnivore Quest. I've reached out to Carnivore Quest, to Larry and Cassie, and, you know, they're great people and they're real people that are going through this. Anita, Ketogenic Woman, Steak and Butter Gal, Bella, Kelly, Hogan. I I mean, there are so many people that are out there offering these resources. Dr. Chaffee, Dr. Westman, Dr. Fung. I mean, just on and on and on and on and on. The list of people that are out there offering resources to help you with this, because they get it. And most of them, if not all of them, have come to this because they were once just like you and just like me, looking in the mirror, unhappy with themselves, miserable, unhealthy, struggling with all of these things. Maybe they were overweight. Maybe they had skin issues. Maybe they had diabetes. Maybe whatever it is, right? There's all of these different things, or all of them at the same time. And they found keto, ketovore, and carnivore, and they started doing it, and they became so inspired to try to help other people just like them, because suddenly they realized it may not be your fault, but it is your problem, and this is a solution. And it's not just a solution, it is the solution, because the problem originates from the fact that we have been told so much crap about what we're supposed to eat, how we're supposed to do it, and we, as the people who are overweight, for a long time have been blamed. And we're blaming ourselves because we've been told to blame ourselves. And again, it's not to excuse being that weight. It's not to excuse the weight loss and say, oh, it's okay to, not have any weight loss and just to be overweight. It's not an excuse. It is an understanding and a mindset change and a perspective change to realize you are not lazy. You are not living apathetically to your well-being. I'm sure there are people out there who maybe are that way and they just don't care. And, I hope that they come around and they see more reason than that. But if you care, which most people who are overweight and are trying to lose weight, they care. Believe me, it's not that they're lazy and they don't care. They care. And it's not that they're disgusting and just stupid and all of these kinds of things that you get labeled. And I've been labeled. I have been told by people that I am these things, either directly or, via comments on social media or, through the grapevine, whatever. I've been labeled these things by people, and I felt these things about myself a lot. None of those are true. You're an incredibly, wonderfully, beautifully made, designed human being exactly the way you are. If you are overweight and you are unhealthy and you are struggling, it is most likely because you have been given bad information and you have been given a perspective of yourself that is how someone else sees you when they don't actually know what it's like to be in your skin. I'm telling you, I understand what it is like to be in your skin. I know what it's like to be impatient about the weight loss. I know what it's like to feel like you're disgusting and a fat slob that just is too lazy and too apathetic and too stupid to figure out how to fix yourself. But that is not who you are, and that is not true. You are more than that. So am I. So keto, ketovore, carnivore, get the carbs and the crap out of your life. Get away from these companies that make billions of dollars off of watching you get sick and then sending you to a pharmaceutical industry that helps you get even sicker. Get away from all of their BS and take care of yourself, because you are worth good health and you are worth having more in your life than that. And if yesterday's events in Nashville taught anyone anything, forget all the political stuff and all of that. Everybody has their opinions and I don't get into that. If that should teach us anything, it is that you do not know how long you have. You never know when the day is going to come where it's the last time you wake up, where it's the last time you walk out of the door, where it's the last time you see the people you love. Take the opportunity to enjoy every minute that you have and be as healthy as you can be and love everything that you do. I sign off. I've started doing this in my videos. I sign off with eat your meat and love your life. And eating your meat is an important thing, right? That's for the physical health. Loving your life is about your soul and your heart and your mind. And the food is just the vehicle that can lead to either your great perspective that helps you understand that, or your destruction, depending on which one of those you choose. And I am hoping and praying for any one of you that is watching this video that if you've struggled with this, that you will choose the right stuff, the same way that I'm choosing the right stuff, which is why I'm doing it every day. And that you will go keto, ketovore, carnivore, get the junk out of your life, eat a proper human diet, and work on your mindset. And don't make this a diet, make it a lifestyle. Plug into the community, find the people that experience the same things you do, and just make the change and make the difference so that you can enjoy every last minute, and you can figure out that you're not lazy, you're not stupid, you're not disgusting, you're not a slob. You're a wonderful, amazing, beautiful human being who just needs the right information and just needs to take the right steps so you can fix your mind, fix your heart, and fix everything you see in the mirror the way you've always wanted to. I hope all of that means something. You guys are fantastic. Everyone who's watching my videos and shares and likes and just puts this information at the top of their focus, top of their priority list in their mind to follow these kinds of things and look at this, and takes time out of your day to spend time with me and listen to me ramble. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I hope this inspires somebody. If you know somebody that this might inspire, please share the video with them. If somebody hadn't shared this information with me, I who knows where I would be right now. So please share the video, and I'll link to a bunch of channels down below in the description who are some of the resources that I've used. I'll just put their channels up there. Go and watch their videos and just get yourself the assistance you deserve and do really great things. This is Chris Cooking Nashville. Eat your meat. Love your life. You guys have a fantastic day, and remember to appreciate every single moment of it. I'll talk to you guys later.